Hello from above.
Hello guys, Apex Rise here with another video, and before we get this video started, I'd just like to say none of this is my footage. This is all from the channels I'm going to put on the screen. That Dude in Blue, Adam LZ, Crispy Media, just like all these other channels. I'm going to have all the channel links in the description down below. This is none of my footage. I just want you guys to know that I'm not going to be monetizing this video because it's obviously not my footage, and I hope if these guys see this video, it's not going to be about them obviously, but I hope if these guys see this video that they don't mind me using some of their video footage. But like I said, it's not mine. It's theirs. I would ask them, but I don't think they're going to respond to a small channel like me. But let's get into this video, and this video is about cars. As most of you should know, I am a big fan of cars in general. I like cars. You know, cars. It's my passion. It's been my passion for such a long time, and I don't really know when I started liking cars. All I know is I was at a pretty young age, and one of the things I think like helped me like cars a lot, as most people say, is the game Need for Speed. Now that was the game I played when I was younger on the GameCube. Like, that game is so fun. Actually, to be exact, I played Need for Speed Carbon on the GameCube, and I remember that same day was my birthday, and I ended up getting a PS2, and that was pretty cool. And that's where really most of my car loving started. Like, that's when I started learning more, because I played Midnight Club 3, and that's when I really started learning cars. Like, they had the Dodge Charger on there, they had Mercedes Escalades, like GMC Yukons. I just learned everything from there, and that game's awesome. Like, oh, that game really, like Midnight Club in general, childhood racing game for me. That game really got me into cars, like 100%. That and Need for Speed Underground 2 a lot, actually, because I played that game so much, and I'd rage on it because it was difficult, and I'd always just drive around in my Nissan Sentra Spec R, and then I don't know, I just kept playing car games, and I got more into it. And then it'll come a couple years later, I'm on Forza 4 learning how to drift with a whole bunch of my friends, and that's when I really noticed I started liking cars like a lot, is when I started playing Forza with a couple of buddies online on Xbox 360, and now it's like it's at a different level. For most people like cars, you know, and like they have different stories, and like now for me it's at a different level. Like, I used to play with toy cars, and I have most of those childhood toy cars actually right now, and they're just kind of like sitting there as like kind of like just like a model, but they're not in the box because I never left them in the box when I was younger. But yeah, now I've like, you know, I played Forza, and now like it's different. Like, I still play Forza, and I do play Need for Speed, but Need for Speed for a couple of years hasn't been the greatest. But I mean, I play it to this day, and I love cars. Like, it's just my thing, you know. Like, I don't know, people will be like, why do you like cars? And honestly, I don't know, I kind of just grew up with it. But it's like, I guess it's kind of like the same. It's like, why do some people like soccer? But at the same time, they could say they like playing it, right? And like, I guess I like cars because they're unique, they're different, you know. Like some human being, or like multiple, came up with the idea to build a car, something with an engine, 4 wheels, brakes, and like a gas pedal and stuff, you know, and like manual cars. Like, just thinking about that, like all the gears and gasoline and stuff, like, and like oil and just everything, like, holy shit, you gotta be hella smart to think of that. Like, that's crazy. And like, I don't know, like why do I know so much about cars? I don't know, it's just a passion, you know. It's really, I find it really cool that just to learn about cars. It's different. It's not something that you find from everyone, you know. There's not that many car people that you'll run into on a daily basis. Like, you can find, like, you could go to school with a whole bunch of people that love football, but you can go to school, like, you can go to that exact same school, and there's only like maybe 10 or so car people, and like, it sucks that there's only a little bit of them, but it's really cool that, like, it's, you know, it's unique, and I like it a lot. And like, here, like, as I was trying to say before, here I am now, loving cars like crazy, and I know so much more than I used to. Like, for example, back in grade 4, I used to think the Lamborghini Murcielago was like one of the fastest cars in the world, just because it was a Lamborghini. I didn't know that much at the time, but then I found out that the Bugatti Veyron 16.4 or something like that was faster, way faster, and it blew my mind. I was like, whoa, something that's different and is not a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. Because I was just one of those typical kids, like, oh, Lamborghini and Ferraris are really fast. But then I moved on from that, and found out there is something even faster. But and then here's now, like, I'm going to car meets with my friends, or just like hanging out with my friends, and we see cars on the road, telling people to do like you know, rev it, do a burnout or something. Actually, I haven't seen anyone do a burnout before. So other than like in a car, I've seen a burnout on a bike, but I mean, I'm yet to see someone do a crazy ass burnout at a car meet, which I'm excited. This summer is gonna be great for car meets and stuff. I'm gonna try recording them if I can. But yeah, I'm going to car meets and stuff with my friends, and like it seems like as I got older, I realized how big the car scene is in this city, or just in my area, you know. And like it's so, I was shocked. I never knew that the car scene in freaking Ontario, where I live, Ontario, Canada, is so big. Like, I recently found out that there's someone in my city that has oops, my bad. But I didn't know. But I realized there's someone in my city, literally in my city. Their Instagram is Officer Please, and like he was the first person to have a Rocket Bunny RCF. I didn't even know that like people had Rocket Bunny cars over here in Ontario. Like that's just I just thought that to myself, and I'm like, what? Like that's just so weird. Like I don't know. I never grew up with like me seeing all these crazy ass builds and like all these cars, but like there's drift tracks and stuff. Well, there's a small amount. Like I used to think just all the car stuff mainly happened in the States, but I was wrong. There is so much car stuff up here in Canada, and I'm glad. Like they have some of the coolest shit up here. Like we got the first person with the Rocket Bunny RCF. His car is down here. Like that's pretty cool. And he had his wrap shop actually like really close to my buddy's school and where my friends live, and it's really cool. And like I'm just shocked, you know. Like I didn't know over here in Canada we had Supras until I found out, until I got more into the car scene. Like I have a picture of a blue Supra on my phone. It's actually currently my background because I got a really nice photo of it. But I didn't know we had like Supras or like Rocket Bunny FRSs or like Hellcats or 240s or like really anything. To be honest, like I don't know why I thought that, and I really can't answer that. I don't know why I thought that, but I don't know. I never really saw any like cool modified cars, so I just assumed there was no modified cars in the area. But then I started going to more car meets and stuff, and then there they were, all the freaking coolest cars I've ever seen. Like I don't know. To be honest, I didn't think there was any like. I just didn't know that there was like car enthusiasts in the area. I thought there was really, to be honest, none. And until I got older, I realized there's a fucking shit ton. And like I don't know, as like I'm saying this, I'm literally just like sitting here looking in, I'm not looking into the mic, but I'm like talking to the mic, looking at like just like all the posters of cars I have, and like it's just like I don't even know, like it's just awesome. I'm glad that I'm a car enthusiast. It's different. And like how do I don't even know. Like how do I transition into the next topic? Like let's actually talk about like how people always ask, or like why people ask why I like cars. Like one thing that's really cool about cars and like car people in general is talking to another car person about cars. It just like it gives you like I don't know, like I used to be into basketball and I liked it a lot. I didn't watch like the games or anything, but I was into it and I played it a lot, right? And I don't know, talking to people about basketball, it wouldn't give me the same feeling as I was like talking to someone about like cars. Like say for example, oh, did you hear about the new fucking hold on, the new Z01 Camaro or something. It's got 640 horsepower, LT4 supercharged, C7 Corvette Z06, blah blah blah, this that. It's really faster than the GT350, but Ford's gonna come out with the GT500. Really, like, you know, it just gives me that warm fuzzy feeling, and I'm like, this is cool. Like I don't know, and like especially for me, cause like I kind of grew up with I kind of grew up with not that many car people like that I could talk to, and like I can talk to some people, but some of them, to be honest, just don't know shit. Like my friend Nathan and like Tyrez and Jaden, they and hold on, I'm not gonna exclude anyone in this, and my friend Matt and who else? I could say like other people that are from like other states that I talk to through Xbox, but like them, I guess. And I can't really think of all of them. I can just really mainly think about Matt, Nathan, Tyrez, Jaden, and then the people I talk to on Xbox. They are like the only people it seems like I can talk to talk to them about cars, and like I guess like my grandpa and like my dad and like my auto teacher, but like I'm not in auto anymore. But like other people, I don't know. Some of them just say the stupidest shit. For example, like earlier this week, there was a C7 Stingray in this parking lot, and I was like, whoa, there's a C7 Stingray right there, and they're like, no. Someone's like, no, that's a Z06. And I was like, no, that's a Stingray. There's a Stingray badge, and the Z06 has a different grill, has different beefier tires, and you can just tell. Like, it doesn't look like that. It'll even say Z06 on the side. And they're just telling me it's a Z06. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's not a Z06. Like, I don't know. Like, talking to people about cars, it's an awesome feeling. But if you're talking to someone that only knows a pubic hair about cars, it's very annoying. Like I was looking at a picture like of this car, and someone said, "Is that a Mustang?" And I was like, "Does it say Mustang on the rear bumper like most of them do? At least the older ones?" Like, no. And the car was the Toyota Supra, but I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. The car scene can be very judgmental, and I've experienced that myself. Like, there's a lot of things I used to well, honestly, for me, I'd say I was pretty lucky, because when I was younger, I didn't know anything really. Like, obviously, like, someone would say, oh, this car's got a 7-liter engine. I'm like, what does that mean? And they explained it to me, and I just didn't understand at all. And then, I caught on, and I was like, oh. But, like, as I said, the car scene can be very judgmental, and that's a problem, Like, for example, TJ Hunt and everyone else that has a Pandem Rocket Bunny kit, like the new V3 Pandem kit. There's a lot of people judging him about that, how it's like, I guess you could say fake. I didn't even know it was fake, but I guess it makes sense, because I'm pretty sure when you buy the Pandem kit, it comes with that giant-ass, nice trunk mount wing. But anyways, it's just very judgmental, and like, I can kind of understand it, because like some people, like, they'll think they know about cars, and they'll try to, like, I guess, flex their car knowledge around you because they know you like cars, but they just make themselves look stupid, and it happens a lot. Like, it's kind of annoying. That's one reason why I understand why the car scene can be judgmental, because there's a lot of idiots. But then there's just some people that, like, just make a simple, genuine mistake. Like, it's whatever, Like, they'll look at, like, a GTR 35, and they'll be like, hey, that's a Skyline. Now, some people, I don't know why, but some people think that's a Skyline, but it's not. Nissan said it themselves, it's not a Skyline. But, like, that's not something that will be like, oh, you're a fucking retard, blah, 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 all that shit. It sucks, the car scene sometimes, because there's a lot of judgmental people, and I've said that like 5 times, but it just kind of sucks. And another thing about the car scene that is very, very different, or not very different, it's very, like, this can start like a lot of arguments really fast about cars, is everyone having their different opinions, you know what I mean? Like, someone will think the new facelift Mustang looks really nice, and then there will be other people like, that thing looks like a fucking monster, it's fucking disgusting. And then they'll like tell each other their opinions, and then they'll kind of fight their opinions, trying to change each other's opinions. Be like, no, this thing looks ugly, what are you saying? And they'll just keep fighting, going on and on about it, and it's kind of it's kind of weird. It's different. Like, me and this one guy, I can't remember who it was, but I was talking to them about Camaros, and they thought Camaros were for pussies, and they liked Mustangs. And I was like, oh, well, okay. Like, I don't really necessarily like Mustangs too much, but that's my own opinion. I prefer Chevrolet or Dodge. But, like, Ford as a company, actually, they're not bad. Like, I don't hate Mustangs as much anymore. Like, the new GT350 or the GT350R, badass. That thing's fucking crazy. Revs to, like, almost 9K. And that's a fucking muscle car. Like, most muscle cars don't rev to almost 9K. Like, that's fucking beyond crazy. Like, Camaros don't even rev that high. They rev to, like, 7,000, 8,000 RPMs. But, like, this fucking Shelby GT350R is, like, at the top of fucking 8,000 RPMs. So, like, 8,900. Like, that's crazy. But, like, I don't know. I think those are cool. But, like, just there's some Ford vehicles out there that are just fucking stupid. Like, in my opinion at least, as you know, like this can start an argument easily. Like I don't think the Ford GT is it's not the greatest car. I don't know why they did a V6 EcoBoost. In my opinion, they should have stuck to the roots. It's not just like a special car you can just go making like, oh, you know, just let's go make another Mustang, but this time it's gonna have this engine, because like, you know, it's not like the Mustang was like, it's like a special car, yeah, but it's not as special as the Ford GT. You know, if you don't know the story behind the GT, the GT40, like, you know, the guy from Ford wanted to buy Ferrari, and then the guy was like, no, fuck you, and they had a race. GT40, the car they used was the Ford GT40. It beat the fucking Ferrari, and then they made the 2005 Ford GT. Basically, the engine was similar. It was a V8 and it was supercharged, and then now it's a V6 EcoBoost. Like, it may be fast, yes, and it may perform well, but I don't know why they changed it. Like, they should have kept it, you know? I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that wasn't right of them, and the back of it kind of looks like an Angry Bird. 2 exhaust pipes in the center, or like, not an Angry Bird, but like the pigs from the Angry Birds. So like, the nose of the pig is like the 2 exhausts on the back, like that are beside each other, and then the taillights are like the eyes. Anyways, but yeah, like, I don't know, it's weird, but I like Ford kind of. I like their diesel trucks. I think they're pretty fucking cool. I like them a lot. Like Orion's truck from Haggard Garage, I like that a lot. It's just really clean. I like the F250 as well. I don't really like the F150 too much. I only really like the F250 and the F350. And then Dodge pickup trucks, they're okay. They're not my favorite, but they're okay, as I said. Dodge, okay, this is my personal opinion, but Dodge, this is kind of just like a car talk, so if just letting you know. But Dodge, what was I saying? Like, their older vehicles had a lot of front end problems. It's not even like the engine would like shit the bed. It just like they rust like a bitch. Like, you cannot say you've seen like a 2005 Dodge Ram 1500 that's not rusty at all. Like, there are so many fucking things that are there's so many of them that are just rust buckets. Like, in the rear they're rusty, on the side they're rusty. The fucking some of the Durangos, I have to put a picture on screen, but some of the Durangos are fucked. They are fucked. Oh my god, there's so much rust. But yeah, that's one thing about Dodge. Like, their newer trucks are okay, but I don't know, I wish they changed up the grills a bit more, you know. I don't know. That's about it. But if I love Chevy Camaros and Corvettes and shit, I wouldn't know why I wouldn't like a freaking 1500 or 2500 Duramax or something like that. I love Chevy, like, no matter what they make. Well, Chevy Spark and the Sonic, or the Sanic, the Chevy Sanic. But I don't really like those, obviously. But, you know, the cool Chevrolet vehicles I like, the Camaro, Corvette, you know, the whole nine, the El Camino, Nova, Chevelle, the Corvair, you know, all that. I love that. The Bel Air. Bel Air is fucking beautiful. I love that thing a lot. But anyways, let's actually take a trip to the modified scene of the car culture. This video's not gonna be that much longer, but I really like modified cars, and everyone asks me. This is a really big question that a lot of people ask me. Like, I got this question today, actually, before I went into my hospitality class, and my friend said, "What do you prefer, American cars or Japanese?" And honestly, I can't choose. Like, I grew up mainly with American cars, as in these three in particular cars that are all the same. They're not like the same like year and stuff, but they're all the same. Like, my grandpa, I grew up with his, or well, technically at the time it was 2. They were just kind of 2, just kind of like shoved in my face. I'm like, whoa, these are cool. It was a 90. I'm gonna just wing it and say 94 Camaro Z28. It was, I'm not sure how special it was, but it had like these cool like orange stripes. It was white, soft top, really cool, automatic. And then there's a 1970 second gen Camaro Z28. It was like a RS Z28 or RS SS Z28 or something like that. It's really cool. I love it. It's so nice. Blue paint job, black stripes, beautiful. It looks so nice. Easily one of my favorite Camaros he has. It's actually one of my top favorite Camaros, just because like I didn't really like the F body type style, but I like it now. And then now recently in 2013 he bought a Hot Wheels Camaro, and if you don't know what that looks like, a 2013 Hot Wheels Camaro has the SS package on it basically, and it's got the RS package as well on it, and then it's got, I think, an LS3. I think it doesn't push out too much power. It's nothing crazy. I'm pretty sure it's only like 400 or so horsepower, and it's pretty loud for what it is. I like those Camaros a lot. They're like awesome. I grew up with that. And then the Japanese side of things, I kind of just learned about that myself. I never really grew up with like a GTR or a 240 or a 180SX or any like S chassis or Miatas in my life, you know. I kind of just saw them on the internet. They looked cool when they were modified, and I fell in love with them. They're really cool. Like, I love the sound of them. Like, for example, an RB25, these are very popular Japanese motors I'm about to mention, but I love the sound of a mean old, just not old, but like just a mean 2J. And I don't know, who couldn't go wrong with a 2J? Like 2J 240s, for example, I love 2J 240s or 2J GT86s. Those are my two favorite cars to put a 2J in. Like, those are just the two, like, I don't know, they're just so nice, and it's I love it. It's awesome. And I don't know, I really like Japanese cars. They're so modifiable. Like, there's like the majority of Japanese cars that are made can be modified, and it's awesome. And like, my favorite, like, if you're wondering, my favorite American car is a Chevrolet Camaro, obviously, if you couldn't tell. And my favorite Japanese car is a Nissan 240 SX, or just an S13 in general. And like, I don't know, I just love these cars. I love Japanese stuff. It's awesome. Like, what can you go wrong with a Japanese car other than, yeah, exactly. What can you go wrong with them? Like, I could not think of one bad thing about them, to be honest. Like, I should be able to think of one, but I can't. And yeah, like, for example, I'm gonna list a couple of my favorite engines, and these are probably like the top 10 most popular JDM engines. Like the 2J, one of my favorites, obviously typical. RB26, obviously typical. SR20, it's okay, but they're not the greatest, but they're cool. I like the SR20. 13B, like, come on, who doesn't like a rotary? Four fucking G63T out of a Mitsubishi. I can't even. They sound so good. Like, Evo 8s and 9s and 10s sound amazing. I love that. And then the EJ20 out of a Subaru Boxer 4, dude, so nice. I love Subarus and Evos. Honestly, if I had to choose, I wouldn't be able to choose. I'd be like, I can't choose. I really do like the K20 and the B16 out of Hondas. Those are really cool, and I don't really like the F20C, to be honest. I don't really, in my opinion. But the B16 and the K20, they're pretty cool in my opinion. But I don't know. I really love Japanese cars, and if I had to choose American or Japanese, that's a really hard decision. That's a really hard decision, to be entirely honest, because Japanese cars have so much customization. And then there's just some muscle cars that, you know, you just don't modify. Like the old classic, like a nice 1969 Camaro SS 396. And like, imagine it like in a nice, like, not baby blue, but like almost a sky blue, but a bit darker. And then like a nice little like white stripe for like the 396 part, which is actually on my calendar right now, my Camaro calendar. Got it for Christmas, and I'm super thankful for that. But yeah, the Camaro calendar, whatever. Basically, just like that. Like, that's, I don't know. I wouldn't modify one of those. Just, it's nice stock, you know. But that's the problem, because I like modifying cars. I think that's really cool. But at the same time, like, some muscle cars you just don't want to modify. So like, if I had to pick one, I don't know if I really could. Like, if I picked American, I'd only really drive really a Ford, a Dodge, and a Chevy, because those are the main American car companies. But like, if I pick Japanese, there's so much to choose. Like, I could pick a GTR, I could pick a fucking Infiniti if I wanted, like a G35, you know. I don't know, man. Probably at the moment for me though, I'd probably pick Japanese. But like, I feel like later on in the future, once I actually drive, I feel like I'd pick American, because I feel like I enjoy driving a Camaro or something. I feel like it'd be nice and fun. Like, nothing beats the sound of an old V8. I love V8s, obviously, but at the same time, like, 2J sound cool, but like V8s, I'd say 100% they're easier to get access to. Like, so many cars have V8s, and like a 2J, you know, they're expensive, and most of the time it's not like you can buy a Supra and, you know, just buy one like that so simply. It's pretty difficult. because they're hard to find and stuff. So I don't know, man. Honestly, I'd probably pick Japanese at the moment, but like I said, down the road, I bet I'd pick American. But at the end of the day, I love them both. They're great. 240s are nice, and Camaros are awesome. Those are my two dream cars right there. Those are two cars I at least want to drive. Like, if I do anything, and if I can't ever own a Camaro or a 240, I at least want to drive one. You know, and that's one of my like bucket list things, and that'd be awesome. But yeah, honestly, this is kind of just a car talk. I hope you guys didn't mind this. Like, it's kind of like a little, like, not rant or anything, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe if you want me to make more videos like this. My original plan for this video was actually to like just kind of talk about like why I like cars and stuff, and I kind of did that, but like I was planning on doing it a different way. I was actually gonna write a script. That's why I didn't upload on Tuesday. I was gonna write a script and stuff for this video, but honestly, I just wung it, and here we are now, you know. And like I said about cars before, they are my passion. It's something I love, and I feel like nothing will ever change that about me. There will be no reason ever why I wouldn't like cars, unless they were just to disappear off the earth, and that'd be pretty sad, and I'd be sad for a long time. But like I said, cars is my passion, and I don't think I'm gonna let anything stop me. Like, this is a really shitty joke, but I mean, like, a lot of car enthusiasts understand. A lot of people are like, hey, would you rather your dream car or your dream girl? And like, I'm not trying to be an asshole here, but at least one day I'll wake up and my car won't say I don't love you anymore, you know what I mean? I'll be able to fucking drive that thing until that bitch breaks, and that probably won't be for a while, you feel me? Especially if I got that dang Honda. Them bitches are reliable. But yeah. It's a really shitty joke, but I mean, it's true. Like, most car people would say that. And like, if someone were to choose a girl over a car, then I'm sorry, but like, I don't know if you like cars enough. Like, I don't think you like cars enough, man. Like, I know it's just, most people are just like, it's just a car, it gets you to point A to point B, but it's not that for everyone else, you know what I mean? It's not like that at all. Or else people wouldn't be modifying their cars if it just got them to a destination and back, you know? There'd be no point in putting turbos and putting tunes and getting a bigger exhaust or making your car louder, or like nicer tires or grippier tires, you know, better seats, nicer steering wheels, new gauges, suspension, you know, new rims, new fucking brakes. Like, no one would be doing that if it was just a point A to point B thing. And it really isn't. Honestly, it's just, I don't know. For people that don't like cars, it's hard. For the people that like, it's really hard for people who don't like cars to understand where I'm coming from. But most of you car enthusiasts, you understand where I'm coming from, and I think this is going to end the video. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe for more videos. Like I said in the beginning, none of this footage is mine, so please just be aware of that. And if you want to see, if you want to subscribe to any of the channels where I got this footage from, link will be in the description. And I hope the YouTubers I took this from don't mind. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to credit off of any of this, you know. I don't want that at all. And I don't want to, you know, get in trouble or anything, you know. So I'm just gonna be honest, it's not mine, and I wish it was, honestly. I wish I had some fucking nice ass cameras to get some recording of cars, but that will be probably in the future. But yeah, as I said, not mine. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.